Now compound this credit score system with the studies made famous by Julia Shaw. And I'm going to be briefly talking about something that I know is going to become more of a hot topic. And I know a few people are going to ask, so I'm going to make this video ahead of time. And what this video is going to be about is something called social credit. Yeah, and a lot of people probably heard of this starting in China, which is a communist country, and how people rate other people really based on anything. So if somebody doesn't even like how you look, they'll give you a poor credit score. And the less of a credit score that you have, the less apparently that you can do. And the higher your credit score, the more you can do. And if I'm not mistaken, the government has their hands in on this as well. So it's pretty messed up. And where we see all this really starting is with something called political correctness, and which started really about in the 90s. It started to really kind of evolve. And now we're at the point where it's insane. And then we see the rise of social justice movements, and the two go hand in hand large. So imagine in a world where you make one simple split-second mistake of I'm just trying to think of something that's ridiculous. You maybe bump into somebody with your shopping cart, and all of a sudden now I'm going to rate this person. They weren't looking, bring them down a notch. And it's a cowardly way of what's the word I'm looking for? To get revenge or resolve something, because it's more or less anonymous. And the whole social justice movement really is just a bunch of cowards. And we see in their busybodies, and we see glorified busybodies in positions of authority. Again, all cowards doing cowardly things, imposing a lot of times injustice, making uninformed conclusions, etc. I've talked about all this extensively. What seems to be happening now, though, is they're going to be linking all this, and I think China is already like that with money. Now, I've talked about in a few videos about this digital currency or cryptocurrency.
Ukraine just legalized cryptocurrency. Initially, I was a little excited, like, hell yeah, we're transitioning into decentralized cryptocurrency and Ukraine is leading the way. But I got to digging. Turns out in the same bill that legalized cryptocurrency within Ukraine, attached to it is a clause. Ukraine is officially about to adopt the social credit system, tied to the digital asset space, and along with instigating and issuing out a basic universal income. In order to receive those funds of the basic universal income, you must be fully, and you must have a social credit. A passport is tied to a QR code that will validate your status to receive funds. This is a living nightmare for anyone invested in cryptocurrency. Why? Because most of your average consumers who invest in digital assets believe in a decentralized...
all the different variants of it. I know there's a lot of people out there who are very for it and saying, no, this is getting away from fiat currency. And I've said cryptocurrencies, digital currencies, is fiat currency on steroids. Now, the bait is, especially in its conception, to lure people in. So yes, people are making money, some people more than others, but there's, they're calling passive income and everything else. And this is the bait a lot of people have taken. So now imagine your credit score being linked to that, and they can dock you your digital money rather than try to take the physical money out of your pocket. And this whole social credit thing has to do with political correctness and social justice. You call somebody by this nonsensical wrong pronoun stuff and boom, you are toast. The thing is, though, it doesn't only include with the people that you're interacting with. For example, people from all around the world can, like, oh, this person said that they didn't use, I'm going to use this nonsense of improper pronouns. And then you have people that weren't even in the same country giving you a poor credit score, you know, and all of a sudden your life is destroyed. And you don't even need the courts or the police or politicians to do it. It's the people doing it to themselves. Self-destructive. Nothing good's going to come out of it. And for anyone who knows me, especially knows me in real life, yeah, I'm not a politically correct person. I'm old school. And I don't see this faring very well for myself. And it has really nothing to do with being a conformist or not. Well, maybe part of it is, but really it's just having some intelligence. I'm not saying that I'm the smartest or most intelligent or anything. I'm just have maybe a little bit of smarts, because a lot of the things that are going to be part of this digital currency and social justice combination is nonsense. Take, for example, these alleged proper pronouns, and you have women wanting to be men, men wanting to be women, men competing in women's sports. And what's interesting is the very people, say for example feminists, who were supporting all this and the whole liberal mindset, it's kind of backfiring. So now they're trying to figure out how to civilization. And I've said this before many times, we are in the late stage of the last stage of civilization, the age of decadence again, and we repeat history either by chance or design. And either by chance or design doesn't mean either or, it means and. Sometimes it's by chance, sometimes it's by design. Once you get the ball rolling, then it's by chance. By design is getting the ball rolling. Okay, so that's what that really means. And we forget history because history is erased. And I've said this in videos before, where we're rewriting history. We're not really learning. And we're repeating a 100-year pattern. And what we just went through, which what I call now the old current worldwide events, or the former current worldwide event, and we're still on the tail end of that. And we're now hitting another phase of it. And I've talked about videos with that. In one video, I very clearly said it. I say this video with a heavy heart. But we're repeating this every 100 years. Now, when you look at, a lot of people think that, well, right now, this worldwide civilization is the most technological. We don't know that. We don't even know what our true history is in modern times. And we don't even know what's happening now in the world. What's the truth? And a lot of people can't wrap their head around it. It's too much. It's too hard, too scary. And they want to think, okay, this is all. And these are the people that are going to get blindsided with reality. And these are the people out of fear who are going to conform. And it's sad, but we're just repeating this whole social justice, control of money, and everything else. And if you look for people who rely on scripture, that last book is telling the repeat of history. And a lot of the people who are supporting social justice movements and everything else, they're the ones that are going to suffer the consequences. It's going to backfire on them. People who have been supporting digital currency, it's going to backfire on them. It's going to backfire on a lot of people. It's unfortunate. So as we're wrapping up this late stage of the last stage of civilization, I've said that things are going to get worse, a lot worse. It's going to be hard. This is a war of attrition. It's a test of strength of character. And we've already seen this one test with the old current worldwide events. How many people, for whatever reason, they went along with it. And now we're just going into another phase of it. And this is part of the weeding out of the human species. And we are the human species. Race is a politically correct way of saying subspecies. We're all part of a subspecies. And racism is the dominant struggle between each. Nothing I've said just now states or implies anything for or against or whatever. I'm just stating the facts as they are. And here we are today. Going to be social scored. That's the next test, people. Buckle up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I don't care what other people think, but it's all about image.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, oh, when is it going to get easier? When you die.